In a fiery press briefing on Saturday, a civil rights group under the aegis of Bail is Free campaign organization issued a resounding call to Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo to urgently intervene and safeguard residents' rights against what he described as rampant police misconduct, extortion, and complicity in crime under the watch of Commissioner of Police Monday Agbonika. Addressing journalists and civil rights allies in Benin City, Coordinator General Comrade Justice Onyedingin painted a grim picture of daily life in Edo, where insecurity has eroded public trust in law enforcement. He accused the Edo State Police Command of transforming into a rogue institution, prioritizing the protection of corrupt insiders over justice, with whistleblowers facing threats and harassment instead of commendation. Edegin urged Okpebholo to wake up to its responsibility of protecting its citizens' lives and property as enshrined in the Constitution. The coalition, in conjunction with broader civil society organizations, lambasted CP Agbonika for fostering an environment where officers demand payment for bail, stationery, and even debt recovery, effectively turning stations into extortion hubs. Edegin cited unheeded petitions sent as early as July 21, 2025 to the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, the Police Service Commission, and the Senate Committee on Police Welfare, accusing Agbonika of shielding fraudsters while targeting truth tellers. The group, also known as AMWES, emphasized that these violations, ranging from arbitrary arrests and unlawful detentions to aiding kidnappers and fraudsters, contravene the Police Act 2020, which mandates investigations before arrest and prohibit detaining suspects for civil offences. He stressed the governor's pivotal role in upholding citizens' right to freedom of information, accountability, and transparency, warning that failure to act could perpetuate a culture of intimidation, fraud, extortion, and impunity, unethical to Nigeria's democratic principles of unity, faith, peace, and progress. The briefing culminated in the 6-point demand list with an immediate 14-day ultimatum to IGP Egbetokun and the Police Service Commission.
Solidarity forever, we shall always fight for our rights.
Our demand is Soleto, is Soleto,
Africa.
1. The immediate removal / transfer of the Commissioner of Police Edo State CP Monday and other corrupt police officers therein, as this demand is urgent and necessary for the development of a rising Edo. We must not fail to call for a festival of peaceful protest until our demands are met. Though we are seriously advising the Inspector General of Police and the Police Service Commission with a 14 days ultimatum beginning from today, the 25th day of October 2025, as CP Monday Agbonika lack professionalism, policing skill, diplomacy, and adequate to handle a state command. 2. That the Inspector General of Police, the Police Service Commission, as a matter of urgency, review the unlawful policy system in Edo State by appointing more professionals who understand security architecture to enhance accountability, transparency, as we cannot continue living as slaves in our whole land. 3. That a thorough psychological evaluation is carried out on those who will be used to replace the unprofessional officer to avoid reoccurrence of this demand. We are currently facing, including the immediate redeployment of the Deputy Commissioner of Police, CID, Edo State, DCP, Issa Lawal. 4. That the police officers should be made to know their duty and obligation for the detection and prevention of crimes instead of creating ones. 5. That the anti-vice unit, which now become a fraudulent debt recovering agencies unit for internet fraudster, should be thoroughly investigated and any officer should be sanctioned in accordance with the provisions of this law.
Other members of the group also shared their reservations on the unprofessional conduct of the top officers attached to the Monday Agbonika-led Edo State Police Command.
Which we expect to be the friend of civil rights actors in the state, because we are partners in progress. Policing cannot be said to be complete when civil rights actors are not part and parcel of the daily routine. Because we know it is that corruption is not limited to the police. It cuts across institutions of government. But what baffles us is that when these matters are brought before the authorities, they are handled with kid gloves. And that is why we are calling on the of general police that at this point in time, we are tired. That we can no longer take harassment on our members. So, that you will arrest, detain, and arraign on chop-up charges of civil rights actors in Edo State. Not because he fought the officers, not because he committed crime, just because he brought to the fore facts of harassment, intimidation, unlawful detention, or extortion by your men of citizens of Edo State.
What we are saying here is happening every second, minute, hour, 247 of the day. And the more we are trying to stop these things, the more it's aggravating.
Are we protecting, preventing, or we are creating crimes? As a police officer, the Police Act 2020 talk about, it said the responsibility of police, say one, now to they will detect, then they will come prevent the crime. But right now, police, now them they create the crime. We don't tire. The commissioner of police will pick our call again. You go report matter to them at the end of the day. He go arrest you, detain you, charge you to court. We don't tire. We don't write to Abuja till date. They never answer us. So we are using this opportunity to call on the Inspector General of Police, the Police Service Commission, to do the needful. Because if they refuse to do the needful, we will not fail. I repeat, we will not fail to go into a massive protest. In fact, we have declared a 14 days ultimatum. If our demands are not met, we are going to go into a festival protest. And when you say festival I'm waiting on the hand. And we are ready. We are ready to go for a festival protest. We will go for a festival protest to make sure till our demands are being met.
However, earlier this year, the Edo State Police Command recovered 300,000 naira extorted from a furniture maker by officers attached to the Urban Market Area Command in Benin City, the Edo State capital. According to a statement from the command spokesperson then, CSP Joe Yamo, officers involved in the extortion were detained and were currently facing disciplinary measures under the Nigeria Police Force regulations. Emmanuel Ihenebume, reporting for Daily South Nigeria.